Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem HaRakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Most on it rule well, and shalom to all the brothers doing the work of Syrian truth. Yeah, so this article in the mail got into another of these biotech companies. I think I did a video on them. These guys, funny enough, like maybe a while back. But it says, yeah, this Utah biotech company has implanted brain chips in over 30 people, and its owner wants to cure blindness, paralysis, and depression. And yeah, it's now kind of like there's hella companies that basically been doing like looking into these brain C-hips, and what's the dealing with what's been found. They're getting them human trials. It's kind of like, as far as in the news, the big one was always like Neuralink. But apparently they didn't get the green light for testing. But there's hella other companies that have been doing it, that have got out there, jamming these things into into people that are alive and kicking, jamming into their heads. So people are engaging with that. So this is what it's stuff it sounds like the stuff of science fiction, but a company in Utah has already implanted brain chips in dozens of patients. BlackRock Neurotech, based in Salt Lake City, has the grand ambition of treating physical paralysis, blindness, deafness, and depression. Yeah, so they're basically trying to make it so you can impact your mood. Some of these things might even be like hormone levels and shit like that. But then, having access to those things, bro, it's like what's it equilibrium, where people take their take their medicine so that they're not thinking or interacting with the world in certain ways, man. So that basically keeps them in a lulled state. And that's the thing. It's like, if these things can stop you feeling negative, then stands to reason they can do the inverse and stop what they're stopping. That's funny. But then yeah, these are the things that are drawing people in. It's like, oh, I ain't gonna be depressed anymore. You just jam that karagma jam it in your forehead. Just wallop it in there, and then you'll feel like a happy young chipper, spry, whatever. But what's the reality? These things are going to be used for control, man. Says the chip known as the Neuroport Array allows people to control robotic arms in wheelchairs, play video games, and even feel sensations. It works by using 100 microneedles that attach to the brain and read electrical signals produced by someone's thoughts. More than 3 dozen people have so far received it. Yeah. So hella people getting it, and they're all basically lining up. They're running up to grab it, because for them it's a matter of getting their life back, being able to do certain things. Because without that, then what's going on? So it says what it yeah, no. So the device was first implanted in a human in 2004. Company leaders hope to bring it to market soon, announcing in 2021 they aimed for next year. Yeah. So they'll that probably would have been, I think that was around when I did a video, because I remember this company. Because even a company, I was trying to look into who These, like, because it's BlackRock Neurotech. But then I was thinking, wait, no. But yeah, I think it's BlackRock, the investment firm, because the logo's like the same logo as well, the BlackRock. But then I can't find shit about who owns it. It's like, because it's private, it would just say like, ownership status, privately held, financial status, venture capital backed. So these are like those organizations where there'll be someone behind it. Because you can go to this, it's like, I think if you go to one of the early ones, yeah, they got a grant, and then they got into debt, grant, debt, and then just hella grants. Because there was one that I saw that looked funny. So yeah, 37 million from generating revenue. These men like made hella cake. So they got investors, and it's been what? Yeah, thinking, what is it? You see it? It says, maybe that was the one. Like you can't know for shit who backed it. It's wild. It's a mess. But yeah, these men, 18 investors. So it's a real small group of people, putting that shit together to where you're seeing what will likely be like they'll spend millions just to kind of get a working prototype kind of thing. And that's what men have been working on. But it's all pushing it forward, man. It's all in basically in the need for them to make prophecy happen, man. They gotta fulfill what they've been assigned to do. So this is what I finished that. Yeah. So it says tech mogul Elon Musk has also launched similar plans with Neuralink, an implantable device he hopes can help similar groups. Mr. Musk's initial plans were deterred by regulators earlier this week, who rejected a bid to trial his implant in humans. Yeah. It says we are the only company with direct brain BCI implants in humans. Marcus Gerhardt, BlackRock's co-founder, said. Yeah, it's funny that you'll have a company that will just essentially drape their identity over something, but then as far as the general populace goes, then they ain't gonna be looking too deep, and they'll just say, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist," but then these men just come out and drop money on these men for these men to do their thing. So boy, that's all showing up down the line. So what? Yeah. Implantable arrays have enabled people to connect directly to computers, control robotic arms and wheelchairs, play video games, even regain sensation with their brain signals. So these are all the things that people are thinking of. Be guys with, one arm, one leg missing or something. And they'll be thinking, damn, get involved. They'll get involved so they can go back to, how life was. But all that is, that trust, that faith in Esau. See where it gets you, man. Because what does it say, never trust thine enemy. Oh, wait. Nah, that was that. So Isaiah 14 and 12, it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" And yeah, it's going to be after Esau's, got the smackdown put on him, man. Because it says, "What? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." These are the things Esau's trying to achieve through all this. These elites are trying to make it so what? So everyone's, they're drawn into, they're confounded by what Esau's, doing. But that's the thing is how he's been brought up isn't, you know, it's not just through him being, so the one. But why? It's for the sake of prophecy. So yeah. I'll read this as well. Revelation 13 and 15, it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And yeah, that's why you got hella, um, you know, hella people ready to ride out for this, unaware of what they're getting themselves involved in, and then what where their destiny lies at the end of that road. Ooh. So yeah. These guys are looking to enact all that. And that's why it's like, these things are being heavily researched, but then a lot of it is private. You don't even know who is funding or who's doing what. It's funny still. Um, Blimey. So, Revelation 14 and 9, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image," and the image is heavy, because even with people that haven't taken, the charagma yet, they're completely enamored with that image, man. They're just focused on they want a certain kind of lifestyle. They're looking to engage with people in a certain kind of way. They're thinking about settling roots, settling down, getting involved. And then as well, with taking up the wine, the wine of Babylon, they're, confounded, man. Other people are drunk and destitute as all hell. And worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture onto the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. That's where that road ends. So it seems, some same way. Well, they're thinking they're gonna be saved, but that's the opposite of what they're basically securing the complete opposite. That salvation ain't coming. Hmm. But yeah, yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, shalom. Shalom.